Welcome back to 365 Days of Opening a Christian Coffee Shop. In today's video, I want to share 3 types of building options that we can go for and my thoughts on them. Later in the video, I'll show you some properties that I toured, give you the prices, the acreage, and all of that. Okay, so before we start, I wanted to kind of tell you where I'm at, what I'm thinking, and why I'm kind of hesitant, and why there's even 3 options on the table. First and foremost, we have a bigger dream than the coffee shop. Our whole dream is community. So we want to do kind of a shops area similar to Magnolia Farms where they have like 6 buildings and then they have the chapel in the middle. I mean, they have a huge property with restaurant and all these other things. But we just want to do a small version of that and make it kind of a Christian shopping center. Maybe call it 316 shops or something like that. And what I want to do is have the coffee shop in the middle and then have 6 stores alongside that. I'm thinking maybe a women's boutique, a children's boutique, a bookstore, a bakery, maybe a pizza shop, like a mini pizza one, and something else. I'm not sure on the 6th one yet. And then having a grass area in the middle where kids can play. We'll have some picnic tables with umbrellas. And what we could do is host like farmer markets, pop-up shops, etc. in that area. Oh, we could also do movie nights. So I want to have like an amphitheater at the end of it so we could do concerts and movie nights and just make it a full like family-friendly shopping center. Now that's really big goals and it would cost a lot of money to get started. So I don't think we can do it right away during this challenge, but we were kind of like looking at the options and trying to see how much it would even cost to get something like that off the ground. A lot of small business loans, they seem to want you to have experience. So because of that, we might have to lease first just for a little while to get the experience, get some profit to invest into something bigger like that. But anyways, I'll share the different types of options and then give you a summary on what I'm thinking so far, and it could change. You never know. I'm open to God coming in and opening doors and guiding us through this crazy journey. But ultimately, we have big dreams and we're going to aim high because we have a big God who can do great things. And then we'll be happy with whatever happens.
Why would you look outside yourself when you have all of the world inside?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, your heart is a
This week I met with our realtor Annabelle and she's amazing. She really believes in what we're doing and is rooting for us along the way. We talked about 3 options and got to tour some properties, and I'll share each one with you now. Option 1 was to buy land, buy an acre or 2, build our coffee shop, and in the future expand and build the rest of the shopping center. This is a great option, however, it is pretty pricey to start out with, and it's hard to find that much land in this area. Here are the just land properties that I've seen. The first one was a land, it was 2 acres, and it was this overgrown, beautiful space. It had fruit trees on the property, and the Boise River was just across the street. The second land we looked at was a property in Meridian, and I think it was too small, plus I didn't like that it was next to Planned Parenthood and drug testing facility. My thoughts on buying land is we actually need a lot more than I thought. Originally, I thought 1 acre was enough, but I think it's going to be more like 2 to 5 acres just because you want to have space for a parking lot as well. Our second option is to buy land with a building already on it, and we got to tour 1 property so far, and this one had a really cool barn that I could see being used as the coffee shop. However, it had an old building that had like a really creepy basement, and the building itself was pretty much falling apart. There wasn't much we could do with it. In fact, it would cost us a lot of money to take it out. So I don't know if that's a good option for us. Unless we find something really great fit, then I'm not sure about that one. There was another property that I saw online. I didn't get to tour yet. Hopefully I tour it in a couple weeks. But this one was another option where we will live on the property. So it would be like you have your back house which would be residential, and then you have like the commercial part of it in the front. It also had like farm animals, so we could technically have like a little small farm, which my husband's always wanted to do. And then people can come visit and they can see the animals. The kids will love that. I saw a property like that once in North Carolina, and it was like a little sandwich shop and it had a little farm, and I thought it was really cool. So that's something I'm open to, but it would have to be a perfect match for that to happen because we actually really love our house. So for us to sell our house to move into that property, it would have to be like the perfect one. There was another one that I saw that I loved the building itself, that I could see actually using that as a coffee shop. However, that was a little far from us as well. I think it was half an hour from us. So not so sure about that. I'll bring you guys updates on that one after I see it. And for option 3, it's starting small and just getting a lease. And we saw 2 properties for this one. The first was this open space. It had a lot of natural light. The cool thing about this one is the builder was going to work with you to build a kitchen, and they were going to cover those costs. Downside of it, I think it was a little far from our house, so it'd be really hard with a baby to go all the way there. And then the second thing is the patio was kind of small and it was pretty hot out there, so I wish it was something that was more covered. But overall, it was a good option and it was a good price. The second property I looked at was closer to us, which I liked. My favorite thing about this property was the backyard, or the little patio area. It was pretty large, so you can actually host events and do stuff like that. However, the inside was pretty small compared to the other one, and we really would only have space for our coffee bar and some tables, which is okay, but I wish we had some space for like an office as well. Okay, so those are our 3 options. We have a lot to think about. I think the main thing is we really want the land so that we're invested long term, especially as prices continue to go up. It would be really cool. However, unless we raise $1 million, we really couldn't afford that option. So then more realistically, our option is a lease. So we'll just keep our eye out to see if we find a building that's a perfect fit for us, and I'll update you guys along the way. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye!